Good afternoon. I'm Christine Miller, Executive Director of the Utah State University Honors Program, and it is my pleasure to welcome you to this year's Honors Medallion ceremony. Congratulations to all of you students who are receiving your well-deserved honors medallions today. The elephant in the room here, of course, is that we're not in a room. It goes without saying that this year has been tough, and graduating by Zoom webinar was certainly not part of anyone's honors four-year plan. But I mention the difficulties, students, only in order to highlight your strength. Graduating from USU with university honors is a major achievement, and your courage, resilience, and determination in doing so inspire us all. We are joined in this virtual room today, not only by your faculty mentors, but also by many USU administrators and an audience including honors faculty, your peers and friends, and your families. I would like to thank everyone in the audience for coming to support this exceptional cohort of honors graduates. Students, we are all here because we believe in you and are proud of all the work that you have done to get here. And so, for the only time in today's virtual ceremony, I ask all of you in attendance and all of you at home too, to please unmute yourselves, turn on your cameras, don't hold back, and join me in one raucous round of cheering and applause for our honors graduates. Yay! Everyone.
Hooray!
That's pretty raucous. Well done. Okay, thank you. Students, it's a big accomplishment to graduate with honors. Each one of you has practiced critical thinking, completed independent research or creative work, engaged in conversation and collaboration across disciplines, and worked to enrich and enhance your various communities. Your honors medallions represent this achievement. I hope that you will wear them with pride at USU graduation and at your college ceremonies, and that you will continue to be proud of your work in honors for years to come. To show you how much Utah State University values your achievement in graduating with honors, we are pleased to welcome here today both Executive Vice President and Provost Frank Gailey and Vice Provost Paul Barr, both of whom would like to congratulate you. First, thank you for joining us to celebrate our students today, Provost Gailey.
Congratulations to, especially to all of our students, but also our faculty mentors today. And congratulations to you, Chris, and staff for really working hard with all the students as they worked hard to be successful in an unusual environment. USU is proud of our honors program and thrilled that each one of you outstanding graduates today are ready to graduate. It is now my pleasure to introduce Vice Provost Paul Barr, who will offer a few brief introductory remarks. Dr. Barr has been a faculty member at Utah State University since 2003. He's a professor and served as Department Head of Civil and Environmental Engineering from 2014 to 2019, and in 2020, he joined the Provost Office as Vice Provost. He now chairs the Educational Policies Committee and manages the promotion and tenure processes. So Dr. Barr?
Thank you, Provost Gailey, and thank you for the support of the honors program and all the opportunities it provides for our students as well as our fine faculty at Utah State University. First, congratulations to the honors graduates. On behalf of the faculty and the administrators here today, I want to emphasize how proud we are of your achievement in graduating with university honors. Each one of you, honors Aggies, embodies the best of Utah State University. The USU Honors Program has given you the opportunity to put your classroom knowledge into practice, not only in your capstone projects, but in all kinds of research, creative works, community engagement efforts, internships, peer teaching and mentoring, and many other forms of experiential learning. You have all taken the honors Dare to Know, and we hope that you will continue to do so as you graduate and become the leaders of tomorrow. So during this week, as we celebrate your accomplishments and thank you for all that you've given to Utah State University, we want to congratulate you. Chris?
Thank you, Provost Gailey and Vice Provost Barr, for your support of honor students and faculty on this special day. It is now my distinct pleasure to introduce today's keynote speaker, USU Honors Alumna and distinguished guest, Dr. Jody Barker-Ream. Dr. Ream is a 2009 USU Honors graduate with a major in physics and minors in mathematics and classics with a Latin emphasis. She is now a space plasma physicist working at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, which you probably know as MIT, on NASA's Psyche mission as part of the team investigating the remnant magnetization of the asteroid. Dr. Ream earned her PhD in space physics from the University of California, Los Angeles in 2015. Her research experience includes noctilucent clouds, plasma waves in Earth's magnetosphere, magnetohydrodynamic simulations, solar terrestrial interactions, and spacecraft magnetic fields. She has taught courses in introductory physics and astronomy. She is also the mother of 3 wonderful children. I am excited to present our Honors Alumni keynote speaker, Dr. Jody Barker-Ream.
Thanks, Chris. I have to say I'm thrilled to be here today. Now, in reflecting on the lessons that I learned through the honors program, I realized that there are really 2 ways in my experience in which we apply the lessons we learn. The first is recalling a lesson in the moment, whether this is deliberately, like when you're working on a test or an assignment, or spontaneously, hey, I learned that in this book or in this class or on that website. Regardless, these are sudden moments of recall that we immediately attribute to the source. The second is a lot more indirect, but it's also a lot more enduring. This is when the lessons are so overarching and relevant on such a regular basis that they become woven into how you operate. And you no longer really think about the sources of those lessons anymore. This is like a theory that you use often or an approach that you use in certain situations. Nevertheless, these are the lessons that become internalized, and you carry them with you as a kind of constant companion whispering good advice in your ear. The lessons that I learned through the honors department or the honors program at USU overwhelmingly fall into this second category. With one exception, there really hasn't been a time when I said, oh, I learned this through the honors program. Even so, every interview I've gone through, every application I have filled out, every presentation I have given over the years, I've applied tactics that were first introduced to me through this program. These lessons were instilled in me through the research that I carried out with Dr. Michael Taylor that went into my honors thesis, lessons about networking and application processes that came to me through honors courses I participated in, and many other lessons were instilled in me through conversations with Dr. David Peake in the physics department, especially lessons involving scholarship applications and about pursuing opportunities that look interesting. Now, the research that I participated in as part of my honors program was invaluable in teaching me the basic skills that I use daily, even though I'm in a different field. The research led to several presentations, which is where I actually learned how to present my work. I got some experience in technical writing and editing when my research was incorporated into journal articles. I also got my first introduction to scientific programming. More fundamentally, though, sorry, totally just lost my place. More fundamentally, though, this is where I learned lessons as basic as how to organize my thoughts while working through a complex set of questions. That last one by far is the most important and definitely the most enduring lesson that I learned through the honors program. Some people seem to have this innate ability to keep their thoughts organized. They're like a human database. Most of us actually have to learn how to do that and constantly work at it. This is one of those skills that is incredibly important, but you tend to take it for granted once you internalize it and start to apply it regularly. Now, aside from the research experience, one of the most significant lessons I learned through the honors program is the importance of networking. I am not by nature a social person. I can usually convince myself to talk to people one-on-one. And if an activity involves outreach, I'm totally there. I love outreach. But I've never liked large events with lots of people that I don't know. Through the advice and sometimes rather blunt encouragement and criticism from my mentors in physics and in honors, I learned that pushing myself outside of that comfort zone when it came to networking was well worth it. So this is one area where I do actually have an example of recalling a rather vivid honors lesson. While I was discussing graduate school applications with a professor in the physics department, Dr. Shunk, I mentioned to him that I was applying to UCLA. He asked me who I was hoping to work with, and I rattled off a couple of names and projects that looked interesting. His response to me was, "Oh, you're going to AGU, right? Get a ticket for the SPA banquet. I'll introduce you to Chris Russell." So this is one of the professors that I had mentioned. Now, the American Geophysical Union holds this huge meeting every fall. It's like tens of thousands of scientists. And the Space Physics and Astronomy section banquet is a very large, well-attended event during that meeting. When Dr. Shunk mentioned going to that banquet, I had flashbacks of this honors social event that was organized as part of a course I had taken. Without going into detail here, I will say it was a learning experience. I think the main point of the critique I got after that course was, it's important to talk to people you don't already know. So at this point, understanding the importance of networking, I went to that banquet, nerves and all, and I was introduced to Professor Russell. That introduction helped me get into the graduate program at UCLA, simply because somebody was watching for my application. And with so many qualified applicants, sometimes that makes all the difference. So even though I didn't end up working with him directly, the influence of that introduction didn't end there. I've had so many conversations with him since then, and I expect that I'll have many more in the future. Another lesson that I learned while at USU is that you never pass up applying for an opportunity that looks interesting. After I finished my degree, I was working as an adjunct at Utah Valley University teaching physics and astronomy when I saw this absolutely amazing job posting for a research scientist at MIT to work on NASA's Psyche mission, Journey to a Metal World. This is a discovery class mission. It's an opportunity to investigate something that has not been studied up close or in depth. It's an opportunity to learn about something completely new. Basically, this is a dream job. I think my comment to my husband at the time was, there is no way I'm going to get this job, but it looks awesome, so I'm going to apply anyway. Because that's what you have to do. If it looks interesting, you have to apply for it. If you don't, you definitely won't get it. So to my surprise, I got an interview and then a job offer. And that still amazes me on a daily basis. I am now the instrument scientist for the magnetometry investigation on board the Psyche spacecraft. I think my boss put it best when he said, it's like being part of live science fiction. It is awesome. Now, I found out later that my boss had actually gotten an unsolicited recommendation on my behalf from Professor Russell, who was also associated with the mission. So I guess that's just an example of how you never know how a single connection might influence the next step in your career. So in closing, if anyone had told me when I was graduating that I was going to be helping to send a magnetometer to the asteroid belt, as amazing as it sounds, I am not sure I would have believed them. But that's where I am. And the lessons I learned and the contacts I made while at USU were an integral part of getting me here. Pursue the opportunities that you find interesting, even if you don't think you're going to get them. Never be afraid to reach out, network, and build connections, because you never know what amazing opportunities will open up to you as a result of those connections. And carry the lessons that you've learned during your honors experience with you as you move forward. If you can apply those lessons along with the perseverance, and I'm sure in some cases the pure raw grit that it must have taken to finish your degrees over the past 15 months to your future endeavors, then you can certainly accomplish anything. So congratulations to you all, and thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Ming. This ceremony is one of the best moments of the year, especially this year, I think. I'm so happy that we are able to be here together today. The faculty-student mentoring relationship is central to the experience of being an honor student at USU, as you all know. And our program asks all of you to put academic knowledge into practice through research, internships, study abroad, service projects, book labs, and of course, capstone projects. I am delighted that so many mentors could be here to present their students with the honors medallions that these students have worked so hard to earn. Normally, we would have been able to feature the departmental honors advisor from each department in this ceremony. The nature of this virtual event has made it impossible to put so many faculty on camera, but I want to thank each departmental honors advisor for the key role they play as liaisons between honors and the faculty and students in their departments, and for their work with each of these graduates on their capstone projects, because they do that directly. What we can do is briefly feature the members of our Honors Faculty Advisory Board. Because the honors program is a university-wide and cross-disciplinary program, we rely heavily on our Honors Faculty Advisory Board, which includes a representative from each of USU's 8 colleges, in addition to libraries and the Office of Research. These faculty play a key role in honors admissions, scholarship decisions, curriculum development, and strategic planning. And I want to thank each one of them for their work on behalf of the University Honors Program over the past year. Some of them will join us again when the graduates from their respective colleges are announced. So we were going to feature them on camera, but I don't know if we're doing that or not. I can only see myself. Anyway, thanks to them. We'll see them later. Some are waving. Okay. And now, without further ado, because that was a little bit of ado, let me give you a few directions. That's what everyone was waiting for, is the directions. We will present medallions by college as listed in the program. When I first announce each college, students from that college, as well as their mentors, will turn on their cameras. I will then name each graduate and faculty mentor pair within that college in order and by department. When I read the graduate's name, honor staff will spotlight these 2 individuals on your screen, and both the student and the mentor will turn on their microphones. The mentor will then read the graduate's capstone title and present them with their medallion in whatever way they see fit. A panel of judges will then rate the elegance and poise with which each mentor-mentee pair pulls off this delicate virtual dance. Extra credit for successfully executed high fives, fist bumps, whatever you can make up. Once the mentor presents the medallion and congratulates the student briefly, we ask that both the mentor and student turn off their mics. The student should remain on camera so that we can create a growing cohort of graduates from that college, while the mentor turns their camera off. Then we will present the next graduate in the same manner. See, completely easy. What could possibly go wrong? After all students from a college have been awarded their medallions, we will ask representatives from the college dean's office, as well as the college's representative on the Honors Faculty Advisory Board, to turn on their cameras and join us on the virtual stage for a photo opportunity. As I congratulate the graduates from that college one more time, the graduates and administrators have the opportunity to look particularly photogenic, whatever that might mean to you, as our staff will try to capture some still photos at that time. The group will also then unmute and cheer for the students in their college, so the group who's focused from the college. A few of our students and/or mentors were unable to attend today, but we will still read their names and projects and recognize their work. You'll be happy to know that I even have directions for the audience attending this webinar. We ask that you use Zoom chat liberally to hoot, holler, and cheer on our graduates. We would like to see a lot of chatting during this ceremony. And just to give you a moment to practice, please join me in chat thanking the honor staff, Andy Lightoff, Jennifer Cortez, and Amanda Addison, who have not only worked to support students all year, but who have also done everything humanly possible to bring this festive event to life on a Zoom webinar platform. There it is. That's what I'm talking about in the chat. That's perfect. And last, but certainly not least, please don't forget to have fun. This is a happy day and we should be celebrating these amazing students. So let's do this. I now invite the graduates and mentors from the Kane College of the Arts to turn on their cameras and prepare to join me on the virtual stage. The first graduate from the Department of Music is Kirsten Barker, mentored by Professor Christopher Scheer.
Kirsten is majoring in music performance with a minor in environmental studies. In addition to graduating with university honors, Kirsten has also earned the undergraduate research transcript designation. The title of her capstone project is Pastoralism, Loss, and Nostalgia. Vaughan Williams's The Lark Ascending is an elegy for environmental loss. This fall, Kirsten will be attending the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign to study musicology as a distinguished graduate fellow in the arts and the humanities. Congratulations, Kirsten.
Thank you.
Well done. The second graduate from the Department of Music is Gianna Patchett, also mentored by Professor Christopher Scheer.
Gianna is majoring in music cello performance with minors in English and Portuguese. In addition to graduating with university honors, she has also earned the undergraduate research transcript designation. The title of her capstone project is, quote, Let Thy Conscience Act Her Part, unquote, Republican Motherhood in Civil War Popular Song. In the fall, Gianna will study the law as a graduate student at Brigham Young University. Congratulations, Gianna.
Thank you.
Well done. The judges loved it. The graduate from the Department of Theater Arts is Abigail Smith, mentored by Professor Michael Shipley.
Abigail is majoring in acting. In addition to graduating with university honors, Abigail has earned an undergraduate research transcript designation. The title of her capstone project is The New Stanislavski System. Congratulations, Abigail.
Thanks, Ships.
So great. I'm loving how this is going. That's awesome. Welcome to Dean Rachel Nardo, Associate Dean Richard Walker, and from our Honors Faculty Advisory Board, Professor Laura Gelfand, who join us in congratulating the students graduating with honors from the Kane College of the Arts. If you're able, we invite those of you from the Kane College of the Arts to unmute and give yourselves and each other a warm round of applause. Everyone else, we welcome your cheers and congratulations in the chat and at any time throughout the event.
Yeah.
Kane College of the Arts. Thank you. I now invite the graduates and mentors from the College of Engineering to turn on their cameras and prepare to join me on the virtual stage. The first graduate from the Department of Biological Engineering is Sierra Flores, mentored by Professor David Bredd.
It's my pleasure to introduce Sierra. She's majoring in biological engineering with a minor in entrepreneurship. In addition to graduating with university honors, Sierra has earned the undergraduate research transcript designation. The title of this capstone project is Application of a Self-Disinfecting Surface to Hemodialysis. Sierra took a strong leadership role in coordinating with her undergraduate research team, industry affiliates, and several faculty mentors on this project. Congratulations to Sierra. It's going up and over through the internet.
Thank you.
Well done, Sierra.
The second graduate from the Department of Biological Engineering is Andrew Kerr, also mentored by Professor David Britt.
Yeah. So I am pleased to, celebrate Andrew's achievements. He's majoring in biological engineering. And in addition to graduating with university honors, Andrew has earned the undergraduate research transcript designation. The title of his capstone project is Investigation of Bioactive Excipients for Cytomegalovirus Treatment. Andrew is currently transitioning this research into small animal studies with collaborators at the University of Utah Primary Children's Hospital and Department of Otolaryngology. So congratulations to Andrew.
Thank you, Dr. Britt.
Anytime.
It's hard to fit it over that hat. Great. The graduate from the Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering is Jeffrey Kennedy, mentored by Professor Ryan DuPont.
Thank you. So let me just give you a quick background. Jeffrey came to us from Boise as a National Merit Scholarship finalist and USU Presidential Scholarship awardee. He's being awarded a Bachelor of Science in Environmental Engineering with a minor in computer science. In addition to graduating with university honors, Jeffrey earned an undergraduate research transcript designation, completing an honors capstone project titled Informed Polluters, which is a project analyzing remediation methods for 2 nutrient-impacted reservoirs in the Western US. And Jeffrey's going to continue his education by pursuing a Master of Science degree in Civil Engineering from the University of Idaho. And it's my pleasure to convey this honor medallion. So Jeffrey, if you could stand, and I'll pass this over to you through the internet. Okay, very good. Congratulations, Jeffrey. Very good.
Thank you.
Well, that was a particularly creative way of getting around the pass-off. Well done. The first graduate from the Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering is Richard Beck, mentored by Professor Don Cripps. Although neither Richard nor his mentor could join us today, I am pleased to honor their work together. Richard is majoring in electrical engineering with a minor in mathematics. The title of this capstone project is Gym Power Generation. Congratulations to Richard, and thanks to Professor Cripps for mentoring. Second graduate from the Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering is Jackson Morgan, mentored by Professor Regan Zane.
Great, thank you. Jackson is an outstanding student in electrical computer engineering, like each of the others. He's majoring in electrical engineering with a minor in physics. In addition to graduating with university honors, Jackson has also earned the undergraduate research transcript designation with his capstone project titled Modeling Performance of Microgrid and Electric Vehicle Technology. He's doing this work associated with the Utah State University Electric Distribution Network. Jackson is continuing that work towards his graduate degree here at Utah State University, which we are very excited to have him continue here locally. And he's doing this in collaboration with Rocky Mountain Power, our utility, Utah Transit Authority, and quite a few other industry partners. Congratulations to you, Jackson. I'll go ahead and pass this on up over to you.
There we go.
Thanks.
Congrats.
Congratulations, Jackson.
Thank you.
The first graduate from the Department of Mechanical and Aerospace Engineering is Kara Frischhorn, mentored by Professor Jackson Graham.
Kara is majoring in mechanical engineering with a minor in anticipatory intelligence. In addition to graduating with university honors, Kara has also earned the undergraduate research transcript designation. The title of her capstone project is Thermal Radiative Flux Measurement in 3D Printed Rocket Motors, where she worked with Northrop Grumman and students from Weber State University to develop a system to make thermal radiative flux measurements in 3D printed rocket motors. Congratulations, Kara.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Kara. The second graduate from the Department of Mechanical and Aerospace Engineering is Holland Karchner, also mentored by Professor Jackson Graham.
Holland is majoring in mechanical engineering. In addition to graduating with university honors, Holland has earned the Global Engagement Scholar Transcript designation. The title of his capstone project is Non-Flush Patch Repairs CFD, where he worked with the A-10 group at Hill Air Force Base to develop a model using CFD to predict their flight performance of airfoils after being repaired with non-flush patches. Congratulations, Holland.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Holland. The third graduate from the Department of Mechanical and Aerospace Engineering is Ben Sotomayor, again mentored by Professor Jackson Grant.
Ben is majoring in mechanical engineering with an aerospace emphasis with minors in computer science and entrepreneurship. The title of his capstone project is Developing a Coin Recovery Trommel, where he worked with Western Metals Recycling to develop a trommel system to recover coins from recycled materials as they go through a recycling plant. Congratulations, Ben.
Thank you, Professor Graham.
You're welcome.
That is the graduates from the College of Engineering. So I welcome Dean Jagath Kalurachi, Associate Dean Thomas Frank, and if she's here from the Honors Faculty Advisory Board, Professor Elizabeth Farghese, who join us in congratulating the students graduating with honors from the College of Engineering. If you're able, we invite those of you from the College of Engineering to unmute and give yourselves and each other a round of applause alongside the graduation cheering in the chat.
Congrats, everybody.
College of Engineering.
Congrats, everybody.
I now invite the graduates and mentors from the College of Humanities and Social Sciences to turn on their cameras and prepare to join me on the virtual stage. The first graduate from the Department of English is Jordan Forrest, mentored by Professor Jennifer Simon.
Thank you, Chris. Jordan is an English major with an emphasis in creative writing. Her capstone project, which is a collection of linked flash nonfiction, is entitled The Female Gaze. It arises from her fierce willingness to look at the desolate, the ugly, the clutching, and the lost. Informed by the time Jordan spent in the desert with Nancy Holt's sun tunnels, research which was supported by her Peak Summer Research Fellowship, Jordan's essay collection asks the reader what happens when a girl is not allowed her body in a world that would like to determine how she can appear. Jordan will begin her MFA this fall at the University of Nevada, Las Vegas. Normally I would give Jordan an enormous hug, and today I bow to her.
Thank you, Jennifer.
Congratulations, Jordan. No medallion exchange. You decided not to do that one, huh? Okay, fair enough. It's just, there's no need to exchange it. It's just there. Perfect. It appeared. Congratulations, Jordan. The second graduate from the Department of English is Stephanie Pointer, mentored by Professor Brian McCuskey. Stephanie couldn't join us today, and I guess, oh, no, there you are.
I'm here. Stephanie could not join us today, but I am delighted to recognize her achievement. Stephanie majored in English with an emphasis in literature. In addition to graduating with university honors, she earned the undergraduate research transcript designation. The title of her capstone project is Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde in Samoa, Robert Louis Stevenson's double life as colonist and advocate. Congratulations to Stephanie.
Thank you. Well done. And yes, congratulations to Stephanie. I agree. The graduate from the Department of History is Jace Jones, mentored by Professor Julia Gosser.
Jace is graduating with an impressive double major in history and economics. In addition to graduating with university honors, Jace has earned the undergraduate research transcript designation. The title of his capstone project is Education in the Digital Age, Video Games in the Classroom. This paper was really a culmination of his undergraduate career here at USU, building upon work he did for the highly selective Peak Summer Fellowship program in summer 2020, as well as his history and econ major. Jace will be joining the history department's master's program this fall with full funding. Congratulations, Jace.
Very crafty. Very good. Congratulations, Jace, on both the medal exchange and your graduation. That's great. The graduate from the Department of Journalism and Communication is Alexander Nelson, mentored by Professor Candy Carter-Olson.
So Alexander is majoring in journalism with an emphasis in public relations with minors in music, computer science, and yoga studies, all of which just shows how curious and how motivated of a student he is. In addition to graduating with university's honors, he was a Peak Summer Fellow in 2020 and earned the undergraduate research transcript designation. The title of his capstone project is Media and the COVID-19 Infodemic. Congratulations, Alec.
Thank you.
That's great. Congratulations, Alec. The first graduate from the Department of Languages, Philosophy, and Communication Studies is Sierra Benson, mentored by Professor Matthew Sanders.
Sierra is majoring in communication studies. She has minors in Spanish and leadership and management. In addition to graduating with honors, Sierra has earned the undergraduate research transcript designation. The title of her project is the Moxie Mindset Podcast. And I encourage all of you to go and listen to it. It's a terrific project. Congrats, Sierra.
Thanks.
Congratulations, Sierra. That one gets extra credit because it went inside to outside. That's something. I don't know how you did that, Matt. That was really impressive. Congratulations again, Sierra. That's great. The second graduate from the Department of Languages, Philosophy, and Communication Studies is Corinne Clarkson-Heaps, mentored by Professor Brian Champagne.
Hi, Corinne is double majoring in Portuguese and journalism with a public relations emphasis with a minor in linguistics. In addition to graduating with university honors, Corinne has earned both the undergraduate research and global engagement scholar transcript designations. The title of her capstone project is Terra Amada, Brazilian Immigrants in Utah. Parabéns.
Thank you.
That was really good. You must have thought of that in advance. Congratulations. Well done, Corinne. The third graduate from the Department of Languages, Philosophy, and Communication Studies is Kinsey Randall, mentored by Professor Nicola Allen.
I'm excited to celebrate Kinsey's achievements today. Kinsey is majoring in global communication with a German language emphasis. In addition to graduating with university honors, she has earned the undergraduate transcript research designation. Her capstone project investigated how fictional depictions of crime and the justice system impact perceptions of reality and the justice system. Her project is titled What is Reality? A critical analysis of the TV show Law & Order SVU using cultivation theory. Kinsey will be continuing this coming fall as a law student at Creighton University.
Bad timing.
Congratulations, Kinsey. The graduate from the Department of Political Science is Callan Brunson, mentored by Professor Jess Lucero.
Callan is double majoring in international studies and Chinese. In addition to graduating with university honors, Callan has earned the undergraduate research transcript designation. The title of his capstone project is Between Two Borders, a poetry project. This collection of poetry provided a way for traditionally different communities to interact and create a space where non-native English speakers could express their own experiences and history while being in America. Congratulations to Callan.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Callan. Great work. The graduate from the Department of Sociology, Social Work, and Anthropology is Alicia Oliver, mentored by Professor Judson Finley. Alicia is majoring in anthropology with a minor in folklore. The title of this capstone project is Depictions of Warfare in Fremont Rock Art. Congratulations, Alicia. I have mine on. I can't I'm gonna try to pass it under to you. There you go. Well done, Alicia.
Thank you.
And that is our graduates from the College of Humanities and Social Sciences. I welcome Associate Dean Matt Sanders and from the Honors Faculty Advisory Board, Professor Phoebe Jensen from the Department of English, who join us in congratulating the students graduating with honors from the College of Humanities and Social Sciences. If you're able, we invite those of you from the College of Humanities and Social Sciences to unmute and give yourselves and each other a warm round of applause alongside the cheers and congratulations in the chat.
Let's go.
Go, Chas. Well done, everybody. I now invite the graduates and mentors from the College of Science to turn on their cameras and prepare to join me on the virtual stage. The first graduate from the Department of Biology is Savannah Daines, mentored by Professor Brett Adams.
So Savannah is a biology major with an emphasis in human biology, and she's a minor in chemistry and psychology. And the title of her honors capstone is Improving Traumatic Brain Injury Treatment Through Ketones. So Savannah received a severe traumatic brain injury, and she noticed that her diet affected how she felt pretty significantly. So she really looked into it, and she did a big literature review that's about 66 pages long and cites about 126 references. It's publication quality, and it should be a real contribution to treating traumatic brain injury, which is a very significant medical problem. So congratulations, Savannah.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Savannah, well done. The second graduate from the Department of Biology is Kip Dooley, mentored by Professor Sarah Friedman.
Kip is majoring in human biology with minors in chemistry, business, and yoga studies. In addition to graduating with university honors, Kip has earned the undergraduate research transcript designation. The title of his capstone project is Effects of Sex and Autism on Oxytocin Receptors in the Substantia nigra of the Human Brain. Kip has had the unique privilege of working with human brain tissue for his capstone project and will be applying to medical school in the upcoming year. I'm so proud of you, Kip. Congratulations.
Thanks, Sarah.
Full marks there. That was really something. I liked it. Triple? No. Okay, well done, Kip. The third graduate from the Department of Biology is Taylor Edwards, mentored by Professor Aaron Boback.
Taylor is majoring in human biology with minors in both chemistry and business. In addition to graduating with university honors, Taylor has earned the University Research Transcript designation. The title of this capstone project is the role of the receptor GPR171 in chemotherapy-induced neuropathic pain, which has been submitted for publication. So hopefully that comes out soon. So congrats, Taylor.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Taylor. The fourth graduate from the Department of Biology is Michael Herron, mentored by Professor Mona Bahusi. Although neither Michael nor Professor Bahusi could join us today, I am pleased to honor their work together. Michael is majoring in human biology with a minor in chemistry. In addition to graduating with university honors, Michael has earned the undergraduate research transcript designation. The title of this capstone project is The Effects of Estrogen and Arousal on Latent Inhibition. Congratulations to Michael, and thanks to Professor Bahusi for mentoring. The final graduate from the Department of Biology is Celendra Lewis, mentored by Professor Jody Clark-Madura.
Celendra is majoring in biological science composite teaching with a minor in human development and family studies. In addition to graduating with university honors, Celendra has earned the undergraduate research transcript designation. The title of her capstone project is Botley, You Need to Listen, exploring young children's interactions with robots while learning to code. Congratulations, Celendra.
Thanks, Jody.
Congratulations, Celendra. Well done.
Thank you.
The graduate from the Department of Chemistry and Biochemistry is Fiona Van Leeuwen, mentored by Professor Steve Shiner.
Fiona is majoring in chemistry with minors in such diverse fields as folklore, math, and mechanical engineering. In addition to graduating with university honors, Fiona has earned the undergraduate research transcript designation. The title of her capstone project is Computational Study of Substituted Polycyclic Aromatic Hydrocarbons. Congratulations to Fiona. And oops, sorry, I dropped it. You pick it up?
Got it. I got it.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Good one. Congratulations, Fiona. The graduate from the Department of Computer Science is Brayson Goodwin, mentored by Professor Brent Thomas. Although neither Brayson nor Professor Thomas could join us today, I'm pleased to honor their work together. Brayson is majoring in computer science. The title of this capstone project is An Exploration into Polynomial Functional Graph Mapping Problems. Congratulations to Brayson, and thanks to Professor Thomas for mentoring. The first graduate from the Department of Mathematics and Statistics is Abby Beautycoffer, mentored by Professor Luis Gordillo.
I'm very happy to present this medallion to Abby. She is double majoring in applied mathematics and Spanish with a minor in music. In addition to graduating with university honors, Abby has earned the Global Engagement Scholar Transcript designation. What about that? The title of this capstone project is The Intersection of Math and Art. Thank you for always bringing lots of enthusiasm, hard work, and nice smiles to every class. Felicitaciones, Abby. So I will present this medallion and I will see if my arms are long enough. Right. So here I go.
Go ahead.
Oh.
Thank you, Dr. Gordillo.
Yeah.
You made it.
Wow, stand-in arms even. That's pretty good. Congratulations, Abby. The second graduate from the Department of Mathematics and Statistics is Gerald Jones, mentored by Professor Jia Zhao.
Yeah, it's my honor to introduce Ben. So Ben is majoring in mathematics with a minor in computer science. So in addition to graduating with a university honor, Ben has also been recognized with various honor and award, like the Urkel Award, Outstanding Graduate of Computational Math, Undergraduate Research Transcript designation. So Ben is an outstanding student. He's really honored to work with Ben. So Ben's capstone project is to design predictive mathematical models to optimize the algae biofilm growth in wastewater treatment. This Ben is co-mentored by Professor Ronald Sims from Biological Engineering Department. So part of this research has been accepted in a peer-reviewed book chapter. So Ben has presented his research in various national and international conference and workshops. Big congratulations to Ben for all the achievements. Now here we go. Yeah, congratulations, Ben.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Ben. The graduate from the Department of Physics is Christian Lang, mentored by Professor T.C. Shen.
Christian has earned the undergraduate research transcript designation. The title of this capstone project is Reflectance of Metallic Nanorod Arrays. In addition, in the past 2 years, Christian has been awarded Urkel grant from the Office of Research, a mini grant from College of Science, Peak Fellow, Research Fellow, and this summer undergraduate research fellowship. So congratulations to Christian.
Thank you, Dr.
Here's the Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Chen.
Congratulations, Christian. Those are our graduates from the College of Science. I would welcome Dean Michelle Baker and Associate Dean Greg Podgorski who join us in congratulating the students graduating with honors from the College of Science. If you're able, we invite those of you from the College of Science to unmute and give yourselves and each other a warm round of applause. Do it. Go ahead. Start. You know the directions at this point. I now invite the graduates and mentors from the Emma Eccles-Jones College of Education and Human Services to try to join me on this virtual stage. Okay. The first graduate from the Department of Communicative Disorders and Deaf Education is Lexi Scott, mentored by Professor Carla Oriana.
So Lexi here is majoring in communicative disorders and deaf education with a minor in American Sign Language. In addition to graduating with university honors, Lexi has earned the undergraduate research transcript designation. Now, Lexi was really great and awesome and flexible when COVID shut down our first study and changed gears very quickly to do our other study. So the title of her capstone project is Investigating Children's Eye Tracking Patterns and Processing Time of Canonical and Non-Canonical Sentences I'm really proud of Lexi. She's going to stay with us a little longer and do her master's in speech language pathology here at USU. Congratulations, Lexi.
Thanks.
Great job, Lexi. Congratulations. The second graduate from the Department of Communicative Disorders and Deaf Education is Catherine Van Wagner, mentored by Professor Britton Barker.
Catherine is majoring in communication disorders and deaf education with minors in family and human development and psychology. In addition to graduating with university honors, Catherine has earned the undergraduate research designation and was awarded the honor of being both valedictorian and undergraduate researcher of the year for our department, in addition to an ARCO grant. She served as an undergraduate research fellow in my lab for the past 4 years, and during this time, it has been incredible getting to know her and watch her grow into my scientific collaborator. The title of her capstone project is The Effect of Video Narratives on Creating Realistic Expectations of Hearing Aids in Adults. Catherine will continue her education this fall in our speech language pathology graduate program. So I'll continue to expect big things from you, Catherine. Congratulations, you have definitely earned your medallion.
Thank you.
You ready?
Yeah, right.
Looks like you punched each other in the face, but good job. Well done. The first graduate from the Department of Kinesiology and Health Sciences is Abby Horrocks-Barton, mentored by Professor Jess Lucero.
Abby could not join us today, but as her mentor, I'm pleased to celebrate the achievement of graduating with the achievement of honors. Abby's majoring in kinesiology with a minor in chemistry. In addition to graduating with university honors, Abby has earned the undergraduate research transcript designation. The title of this capstone project is Sexual Misconduct at Utah State University, Prevalence, Outcomes, and Aid. Congratulations to Abby.
Thank you, Jess. And congratulations to Abby for sure. The second graduate from the Department of Kinesiology and Health Sciences is Jamie Warner, mentored by Professor Scott Deberard.
Jamie is majoring in human movement science with minors in chemistry and mental health advocacy and awareness. In addition to graduating with university honors, Jamie earned the undergraduate research transcript designation. The title of her capstone project is The Impact of Exercise Program Participation on Recidivism and Relapse Among Drug Court Participants. Jamie did a fantastic job in planning, organizing, and carrying out this very impressive research project in a highly needed area. She will be applying to medical school soon and has an incredibly bright future ahead of her. So congratulations, Jamie, you did a great job.
Thanks for taking the scenic route with me, Dr. Deberard. Then on.
You bet.
Congratulations, Jamie. The first graduate from the Department of Nursing is Bailey Dusenberry, mentored by Professor Karma Miller. Although neither Bailey nor Professor Miller could join us today, I'm pleased to honor their work together. Bailey is majoring in nursing. In addition to graduating with university honors, she's earned the undergraduate research transcript designation, and the title of the capstone is Media and Medicine, a look into how the media influences health literacy. Congratulations to Bailey, and thanks to Professor Miller for mentoring. The first graduate from the Department of Psychology is Jennifer Ha, mentored by Professor Mary Ellen McLean-Verdos. And Jennifer was going to be here, but then couldn't at the last minute. So I'm pleased to honor her and the work of these two researchers together. Jennifer is double majoring in psychology and global communication with minors in biology, linguistics, anticipatory intelligence, and chemistry. It's a lot of minors. In addition to graduating with university honors, Jen has earned both the Global Engagement Scholar and undergraduate research transcript designations. And the title of this capstone project is Could Video Intervention Be the Future? Effectiveness of Informational Video on ASD Knowledge. Congratulations to Jen, and thanks to Professor McLean-Verdos for mentoring. The second graduate from the Department of Psychology is Haley Hand, mentored by Professor Gregory Callan.
Haley majored in psychology with a minor in sociology. In addition to graduating with university honors, Haley has earned the undergraduate research transcript designation. The title of her capstone project is Self-Regulated Learning During a Pandemic, Implementing the C framework in an online teaching environment. Congratulations, Haley.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations, Haley. Those are our graduates from the College of Education and Human Services. I welcome Associate Dean Francine Johnson, and from the Honors Faculty Advisory Board, Professor Scott Bates, who join us in congratulating the students graduating with honors from the Emma Ackle-Jones College of Education and Human Services. Please give yourself a warm round of applause. Most of you are mute, so that was kind of a quiet one, but we all feel it. That's okay. Mute is usually good on Zoom, so we're going to go with it. Thank you and congratulations to the College of Education and Human Services. I now invite the graduates and mentors from the John M. Huntsman School of Business to turn on their cameras and prepare to join me on the virtual stage. The graduate from the Department of Economics and Finance is Alexandra Tebbs, mentored by Professor Sterling Bone. Although neither Alexandra nor Professor Bone could join us today, I'm pleased to honor their work together. Alexandra is double majoring in finance and international business with a minor in French. In addition to graduating with university honors, Alexandra earned the undergraduate research transcript designation. As you can tell, a lot of our students earned that transcript designation, which I think is amazing. The title of this capstone project is Double Jeopardy or Not, investigating the experience of Black women entrepreneurs seeking small business financing. Congratulations to Alexandra, and thanks to Professor Bone for mentoring. The graduate from the School of Accountancy is Natalia Sorensen, mentored by Professor Dana Holland.
Leah is double majoring in accounting and economics with a minor in finance. The title of her capstone project is Analyzing the Adoption of Corporate Social Responsibility Strategies. I've been impressed with Leah's effort, persistence, critical thinking, and I love that even in stressful times, she's really quick to smile. And see what I mean? And Leah is currently working on her master's degree at UC Denver and will be finishing that up soon and working at KPMG in the fall in Denver. Congratulations, Leah.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Leah. Those are our graduates from the Huntsman School of Business this year. I welcome Associate Dean Chad Simon, and from the Honors Faculty Advisory Board, Professor Vijay Kannan, who join us in congratulating the students graduating with honors from the John M. Huntsman School of Business. Let's hear it, Leah.
Good job, Leah.
I now invite the graduate and mentor from the S.J. and Jesse E. Quinney College of Natural Resources to turn on their cameras and prepare to join me on the virtual stage. The graduate from the Department of Wildland Resources is Emma Nathel Jones, mentored by Professor Maria Shaglovitova.
Emma is majoring in conservation and restoration ecology with a minor in landscape architecture. In addition to graduating with university honors, Emma has earned the undergraduate research designation. The title of Emma's capstone project is Environmental Racism in a Growing City, Investigating Demographic Shifts in Salt Lake City's Polluted Neighborhoods. This fall, Emma will be attending the University of Utah to pursue a master's in urban planning. And I'm really proud of Emma and their passion for social justice. And Emma, I just want to say that seeing you work through and present your research over the past year has given me hope for the future in a year that has brought to light so much pain and inequality. So congratulations, Emma, and thank you for the inspiration. Oh, let's see if I can do this.
Thank you, Maria.
Congratulations, Emma. That's great. Emma is the graduate from the Quinney College of Natural Resources. So I welcome Associate Dean Claudia Riedel and from the Honors Faculty Advisory Board, Professor Gino Shoup, to join me in congratulating Emma Nathel Jones. Let's do it.
Emma.
Way to go, Emma.
Thank you.
So thank you, everybody. That concludes the presentation of the graduates. Congratulations again to all of you graduates. It is now my pleasure to present the 2021 Joyce Kincaid Outstanding Honors Capstone Awards, which are named for Dr. Joyce Kincaid, Professor of English and tireless supporter of undergraduate research here at USU. These annual awards recognize graduating honor students who complete truly exceptional, ambitious, and original capstone projects that embody the honors dare to know. Winners take that dare through their academic careers, and they are exemplary honor students in every way. The University Honors Program asks mentors to nominate students whose work meets these very high standards, and a committee selects winners from among the nominees. We received many nominations of impressive work this year, and the committee decided to honor 2 students, one in the area of humanities, arts, and social sciences, and the other in the area of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Each of the winners will receive a commemorative plaque and a cash award. When I announce the winners' names, I ask that they and their faculty mentors, whom we'd like to also honor, please turn on their cameras. I am so pleased to recognize the outstanding work of these 2 students, but I'm just going to do one at a time, so I apologize for the suspense. And the students don't know this yet, so hopefully we can get them to show up. So first, this year's winner from a discipline in the humanities, arts, or social sciences is Kirsten Barker, a music major mentored by Professor Christopher Scheer for the capstone project entitled Pastoralism, Loss, and Nostalgia, Vaughan Williams's The Lark Ascending as an Elegy for Environmental Loss. We've asked Professor Scheer to say a few congratulatory words about Kirsten's work.
Thank you. Kirsten's capstone project, an embodiment of the honors motto, Dare to Know, focused on The Lark Ascending, a work for violin and orchestra by the 20th century British composer Ralph Vaughan Williams. Kirsten's research explores the origins and reception of the work, fixing it at the intersection of pastoralism and nostalgia. She then reinterprets the lark in the present as an elegy for environmental loss. The efficacy of this reading was demonstrated by Kirsten in a recent lecture recital, where she presented her conclusions and played the piece twice. In addition to reading versions of her project at the Utah and national conferences on undergraduate research, it has also been accepted for publication in UCLA's journal Muse, the premier outlet for undergraduate music research. Kirsten has benefited greatly from the long-term mentorship of the members of the Fry Street String Quartet, especially her violin teacher, Rebecca McFall. She has a bright future ahead of her at the University of Illinois, where she has a 5-year fellowship in musicology, and I am honored to have had the chance to work with her. Congratulations, Kirsten.
Thank you. And congratulations, Kirsten. This year's winner from a discipline in the sciences, technology, engineering, or mathematics is Christian Lang, a physics major mentored by Professor T.C. Shen for the capstone project entitled The Reflectance of Metallic Nanorad Arrays.
Thank you much, Dr. Christine Miller. I really appreciate that.
My pleasure, and we've asked Dr. Shen to say a few words as well. Sorry, I didn't pass that ball to you.
Okay, back in the fall of 2017, in the first semester at USU, Christian came to my lab asking if I had any nanotechnology research project he can participate. I told him that he needs to take a few basic physics courses first. So he came back a year later and convinced me that he was serious about doing research. So I invited him to join me in fabrication of very dark surfaces using carbon nanotubes. In the next 2.5 years, after many failures, we found a way to make cellular structures of CNTs similar to those dark spots in some butterflies' wings. However, to more optimize the design, we need to know the underlying mechanisms. To our knowledge, we have not seen a satisfactory explanation in the literature. So Christian decided to address this issue in his capstone project. He started with a simulation based on the well-known Huygens principle and evolved into a scattering electromagnetic theory with the periodic boundary conditions. I'm very pleased to see that this capstone project was recognized by the committee. Christian will pursue a PhD program at Purdue University in the fall. With his dedication, perseverance, and honesty, I'm sure that Christian will excel in graduate school and beyond. Congratulations.
Thank you, Professor Shen. It's an honor.
Thank you both, and congratulations, Christian. We also have an award for faculty. The work of the University Honors Program would not be possible without the incredible support of the many staff, faculty, and alumni who support our students. Today, I want to extend special thanks to each one of the faculty members here today. Your modeling of academic excellence and commitment to mentoring allows these outstanding students to take the honors program's Dare to Know while they are in college and to continue doing so for the rest of their lives. Thank you for this immensely important work. Each year, the University Honors Program recognizes one person who has not only helped students in these ways, but it has also supported honors in a number of other capacities, teaching honors courses and discussing pedagogy with other instructors, advising and recruiting honor students within a department or college, running honors book labs, which are small reading groups for honor students and faculty, and just being a go-to behind the scenes supporter of the program. I am so pleased to announce this year's winner of the Friend of Honors Award, who has helped in all of these ways, Professor Raymond Vian from the Department of Art and Design. I'd like to invite Professor Vian to say a few words.
When Dr. Miller told me that she was going to award this, the first word that came to mind was flabbergasted. And I am really honored. And I'll just say something very quick. A colleague of mine, Eric Booth, has said that, or asked the question, what do we leave students, and his answer was that, we leave 20% of what we teach them, but 80% of who we are. And that's what we really give students at the end of the day. And I've used that line, that idea, multiple times in working with teachers and other instructors. But working with honors kids and students has given me a slightly new perspective on that 80%, because I don't think I can take a lot of credit for it. They really pull my best out of me. And I think that that 80%, if it is good, has a lot to do with the critical thinking and insight, the empathy and the passion that these young people have. And so, Dr. Miller, thank you so much. This means a tremendous amount to me. It really does. Thank you.
Thank you, Raymond. It's our pleasure. You've been a true friend to honors, and we appreciate what you do for us. In this spirit of celebrating both honors students and faculty, it has become an honors tradition to close the annual medallion ceremony with an announcement of the coming year's honors last lecture, our signature event in the fall. An honors student committee spent hours interviewing an impressive pool of exceptional faculty, and they selected Professor Timothy Chenette from the Department of Music as the 2021 Honors Outstanding Professor. Professor Chenette will deliver the 46th annual honors last lecture in fall 2021. So you can look forward to that in the fall. With that brings our medallion ceremony to a close. Thank you all so much for being here to celebrate our 2020 and 2021 Utah State University honors graduates, and to applaud the outstanding teaching and mentoring of USU faculty. Thanks again to Dr. Jody Barker-Ream and her reminder that all of you graduates are now joining the Honors Aggie alumni family. Welcome to that family, and thank you all for joining us here today.